What up, folks of the internet, and welcome back to another edition of the ONETA Show, brought to you by PTE Creative. As we eat crackers, fix technical difficulties. Those are the words right there for us, folks.
What did you say the first time?
I think testicle on accident. That's real fun.
I think you did say testicle difficulties. That's pretty sick.
And that's the best way to introduce our co-host for today's episode, and she's back. Definitely not fading into his background of
Hi,
Amy
guys.
Rose
It's
pointing
me.
at
I'm
each.
Angelo. Oh, if I go far enough back, do I like disappear into it?
Yep. No, you
Hell
don't.
Yeah. Hi, it's me, Amy Rose. Wait, no, I'm back.
It's weird when you just back up
I want to
slowly.
be gone.
You're fine. Your arms and your legs are starting to dissipate, but when you were moving, it just goes in and out.
I'm going full fucking Stephen Hawking on you.
There we go.
There
Now you're just torso
Am I
and leg.
gone?
Almost. We're not gonna get
Hell
there.
yeah. Oh man, I just like kicked my legs up and a bunch of boo-boo hair just fucking flew up from the floor. Okay. Hey everybody, I'm gonna stop doing these camera shenanigans. Oh, Boo Boo's my cat's name. She's the sweetest baby in the world. At some point, I will put pictures of Boo Boo out into the universe, and all of you will see them.
It's always good stuff. It's always good vibes.
But I will not do that now because we've got a plan for the day, Mr. Davies. We've got a goal. We have an objective.
So, as per all of Angie's appearances, we're really truly not trying to do Smash Bros. Content solely for Angelo's appearances. One day we will not do solely Smash Bros. Content, but that is not today.
I'll be honest, I thought we were.
That is not today. Today, we are going back. For those who are just getting into the show, we've been doing a whole Smash reboot series where we're rebooting Super Smash Bros. We've cut the roster down to 40. But there were a couple characters that were right on the fringe that we really wanted to reconsider. But we think they need a lot of major retooling or reworking to get into the game to be worthwhile. That is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be rescuing a few of our favorite characters that were on the fringe that we couldn't justify the last time.
Basically, yeah, cosign. I agree. Let's do it.
So, here are some of the things we want to focus on for our rescue missions, if you will. Number one, we need a reason to save this character. That is deeper than I like the character.
But I like the character. Yeah, I feel you.
And included in that can be the vibe of the character we want to go for. Perhaps there are similarities to another character, and they're too similar. We needed to separate them. If in this rescue mission we can separate them through a difference of character, we can justify that character. Or it represents a different part of the franchise that they come from, or very much similar things of that nature. We're going to try to do every character gets a smash attack, a final smash attack, and a few signature attacks. And if there's any Echo Fighters or any unique skins that we want to talk about, we want to do that as well. Mm-hmm. So that is the goal for what we're doing as well.
I think it's more robust than I realized, and now I'm excited at the prospect of thinking about things like Final Smash attacks for these characters.
Oh yeah,
because I was not thinking about it, and now I'm excited. I'm excited for us to do that talk.
So, without further ado, we're gonna watch this stream here, Angie, because he's gonna be our technical support as always. Because me no good at computer, no.
Boop, 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 boop.
Alrighty, our first character up for debate is going to be Daisy, Princess Daisy from Super Mario. There are two characters that we definitely...
So something I would like to call out quick.
Yes.
Something I would like to call out quick is that we have images prepared for all of these characters.
We do.
And something I tried to do was make sure that I found the biggest images possible for characters where applicable. So this is not just Daisy. This is not just Tennis Daisy. This is extremely large Tennis Daisy. This is like a real, earnest, life-size Daisy. This is a Daisy that you could pick up, take on a date, and play actual with. You can see her because she will be being this image. So I wanted to share that.
Are you?
That is something we have to look forward to for the rest of this episode.
Yes. Question: Are you
Am I
streaming
what?
on 1080p right now?
Oh yeah, baby.
If we could knock that here down,
do you want?
that'd be possible. Cool. Be cool. Cool. 720.
You don't
we're
want.
working.
You don't want higher P's. You want lower P's.
Only because of
Okay.
the internet issues that we spent an hour and a half prior to this podcast trying to fix that we couldn't.
We can go down to 480p if you need it.
Whatever works.
We've got options here.
We got options. We do have options.
We're officially streaming at 720p. Is this still looking good for you?
Yes, that's great.
If I zoom in real close, can you see the texture on her handle of her tennis racket?
Yeah, we still can.
Okay, good. Then we are appropriately preserving what needs to be preserved.
There we go. That's all that matters. I'm not going to ask you to 480 unless we have real problems.
We can get there when we get there.
But for fun context for our listeners, in the past hour and a half, we've tried to fix my internet service as I'm about to leave Philadelphia in 5 days. We have learned that Angelo hates Reddit, and it's bad. It's bad at its job.
It's a piece of shit website. It's a bad website. It's not good. If you try to look at images on Reddit, it takes you to their goddamn redirected page, and I just want to look at the full-size image, but it's fine. It's a great website.
It's fine.
Highly recommended.
One could say
www.reddit.com/pictures of Daisy.
One could say Reddit is bad. It's bad at its job.
I would say not just one could say, but all would say.
All would say Reddit is bad. They're bad at their job.
All would say.
Fair.
I would say that's a universal opinion held by everyone, including Daisy herself.
Correct. I heard the incels.
Isn't that right, Daisy?
I heard the incels really hate Reddit. And they don't use it to their own advantage all the time.
They also really hate women. So I don't know if we have to necessarily care about their opinions on anything.
Oh, we don't care about their opinions. We're trolling them. That's the fun part. That's where the fun is.
Yeah, it's me, Daisy. I say fuck incels. Who? Also, that's going to be her new voice. That's my first pitch for the new Daisy that we're offering because I think it's universally agreed that Echo Fighters, worthless. Worthless concept, completely unnecessary. Why would I want a second copy of a character that I already have? If you want to give them more costumes, just give them more costumes. How about instead of Daisy just being peach but yellow and tan and more cuter, she has like a tennis outfit and like does sports stuff. And as a extension of that is the representative of a really important aspect of the Mario history, which is, I think, Mario spin-off games. The Mario parodies, the Mario Karts, the Mario Sportses, the Mario Soccers, the Mario Tennises. All of those are important, and I think this is a cool way for that to get some representation. We've already got that a little bit with Peach's side smash attack, I believe. She was switched from tennis racket to something or another. If that was applied to the rest of the character, I will say personally that is something I'm very much looking forward to alongside her new voice.
Gotcha. Well, ironically enough, you kind of did the whole run there on the character already because that's exactly the angle I was going for. My big thing with
I was just trying to jump us into it.
You did a good job. So I think you need, for context, when we cut down to 40, I think the greatest argument, if you want to call what we were talking about, because it was just discussion, was the most heated one was Daisy Peach. Peach won out mostly because A, I was super pushy, and it was icon status. It was we were going for icon selling, and we're doing sellability, like marketability. However, I think what's super cool about Daisy being the Mario spin-off rep is A, you make Daisy completely unique to herself, and B, if you have not played it already, Princess Peach Showtime is now out, and it gives a whole nother avenue for what Peach can be in this game.
I was going to ask about that. I feel like this isn't necessarily the place for it, but just generally, thumbs up, thumbs down, new Peach game.
1000% thumbs up. It is
1000% thumbs up. Cool.
it is I can't say it's, God's gift to gaming and it's the greatest game ever made, but it's a very fun playthrough. It's a bit simplistic, but it's a fun playthrough nonetheless. And
So it's better than Mario Odyssey, is what you're saying.
ooh,
Okay, that's a pretty
I don't know if I
pretty high
can say
compliment.
that, but it's fun. And the other thing that I loved about it is it was almost as if it knew that Peach has not been treated with enough dignity and respect as a character by herself for
Real.
so long that they were like, let's just try to cram as much cool shit for Peach into this game as possible. So, actually, if
Hell
you
yeah.
could for me, can you pull up one extra tab? And I just want you to
Sure.
look up Princess Peach Showtime
Pregnant Daisy.
Transformations, and definitely not Pregnant Daisy, which you tried to almost get me to put
That's
on
not
screen.
what I said. That's not what I said. I wouldn't say that. These look raw as hell.
So if you could, go to the one where you got a twirling Peach, I believe. Well, now
Hold up.
you've switched it up. But
There we are.
so
I
here,
think this is all of our peaches.
generally speaking, yes. So what's really cool is in this game, the highlight, honestly, ironically enough, is Patisserie Peach in the chef's outfit. However,
That's
you
awesome.
have from left to right and down, I'm sorry, left to right, and we'll do it in rows. You have Detective Peach, Mighty Peach, who's a superhero,
Wait.
Mermaid Peach. You have
I'm gonna cut in quick here.
Yeah.
Is this going to tie into Daisy?
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
go for it.
So you have Detective, Mighty, Mermaid, Super Sleuth or Super Thief, Figure Skater, Kung Fu, Swordswoman or Swordsman, Ninja, Cowgirl, and Patisserie. So a lot of those traditional traits I think it's fair to say the vast majority of Peach's Smash character is almost original to Peach in Smash. There's not a whole lot of tying games together. There's not a whole lot of it, like,
I feel like it's mostly Mario too.
and so
It's like the float, the float, the turnip, things like that.
it's getting there.
It ties into Mario too, but I feel what you're saying.
It's getting
Yeah.
there. Whereas now you have a whole game to build Peach off of. So already one of our biggest things with Daisy was too close to Peach. So we can get a little bit away from. We want to still keep the moves that are really fun with Peach, such as frying pan, maybe turnip. But now we have a lot more options to give Peach her own character. So then Daisy can now start doing very, very cool stuff by her lonesome and by herself. So, with that being said, like you brought up earlier, I think the best option is exactly what you said. She is the Mario spin-off rep. She is she is Super Sluggers, tennis, golf, Mario Kart. You do all of it with Daisy. Which is why specifically Angie did go and do the went and found the sports outfit with the racket. That was completely intentional to give what we wanted to do with Daisy.
We could also do we should do a wrestling version of the Daisy
Are you sure there's going to be a
for
safe
that
enough?
canceled Mario game.
I
What
was
is it
gonna-
called? Is it Spikers? Yeah, Spikers. Oh, yeah, this is the one. There was a volleyball game that they were working on. They were going to make a volleyball / wrestling themed Mario sports game that got canceled. But there was like some cool artwork and like a couple snippets of test videos that came out from the game. And I think a really cool throwback and reference to it could be like adding a wrestling move or maybe adding a wrestling outfit to Daisy's sports character.
One, I think that's tremendous. But when we look at that character in general, it's exactly what you were saying off the bat. You have so many wonderful, wonderful spin-off options. This is fun animation. Oh, that Shy Guy. Oh, this is tremendous.
Yep.
Also, that move that we just saw from Waluigi needs to be on our Waluigi character build. Because it's important.
Oh, yeah, just like stomping on someone's stomach.
Yes, that is so...
Blah.
So the other character we needed to mention in this discussion was Waluigi to a degree. Because when we did our added character list... When we had to do our added character list, we kind of spun Waluigi as... Well, he's the Mario spin-off rep. However, I think what's best about Waluigi is the character work of Waluigi, always being the underappreciated, nefarious character. So if we go more attitudinal character basis with Waluigi and we give much more of the sports nods and spin-off nods to Daisy, I think Daisy will become a more fully fledged out character that's far more worthwhile to be in this game. And, at the end of our descriptions,
Waluigi is so lanky.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you mean our boy Kyle.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that Waluigi... I mean, I don't think Kyle's got this kind of length to him. Kyle is also a long man. Let's be very clear.
Yes.
He is also a long man, but, like, look at these hip bones.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like his hip is, like... His hips are the exact width of his hip bones and not a single ounce more. Like...
Fair.
I don't know that he's got any meat on these bones.
Also,
I think that this L, I will say it's a backwards L. It probably stands for long because he's a long boy.
Also,
he's making these L's. Okay, this makes sense.
One, apologies to our audio-only listeners for not getting any of this quality on-screen material, but that's why you gotta watch the video version.
Oh yeah, we're doing hot, sweet, up-close scrolls of Waluigi's body. We can describe it for you. It's long and lanky.
2, it's really fun seeing that logo because I just saw that logo yesterday as of recording because I went to New York for the last time while I was on the East Coast. And Ab and I went through Times Square and we went to we went to the Nintendo store. And I got a really cool Lapras.
Oh yeah, that's fun. I saw you guys got dinner and the pictures were cool. You saw a friend that I haven't seen in a long time and I was excited to see you with them.
Yep. It is indeed great.
Yep.
And yeah, she's a big deal now. So she's a real big deal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that means, but that's interesting.
Kind of like
we should talk more off the show.
Our friend has now been featured in Vogue as a photographer 4 times. She's kind of a big fucking deal.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So
shout out to her. I didn't know that.
Yes, but
awesome.
We'll talk a little bit off mic on that one. But this is where we go. Waluigi is very character based. Peach now has all these different options to pull from to make Peach very unique on her own. So we can still give the nod, some of the princess nods to Daisy, so it's available to a traditional player. But what we really, really want to focus on is sports-based attacks. I would love a side-sweeping move that's just her in a Mario Kart ramming people over. I think that's great.
That'd be good.
I also love the idea
Oh, man.
What are you doing?
I want to add a modifier. If she is in the Mario Kart, and she does her side sweeping move, and she rides over an item, she automatically picks it up.
I have no issue with that because it's cool.
And it's like Mario Kart.
However,
when you run into the boxes, you pick up your item.
I feel like you have to limit it to 1.
Only 1. That makes sense.
Because if you were able to get like 5 of them, that's pretty cheap.
Well, it's just that, like, do the side B, drive over an item, you automatically pick it up so that, like, when the side B finishes, your character is holding the item.
Very fair. Very fair. Now, can we go back to Daisy for 1 second instead of interrogating Waluigi on video?
Sorry about that. Yeah, we can get back in here.
Oh, God.
There we go.
However,
I'm going to...
when I look at my idea for a final smash of Daisy, I think montage of as many sports games as you can put together. I love the idea of she gets you. I think I'm not generally a fan of the cinematic Final Smash, but I think one thing that would be very worthwhile to have is a cinematic for Daisy where it's as if she gets like this super, for lack of a better word, ball, but she first smashes the character with a tennis ball looking thing. The ball grows larger. She spikes it like a volleyball, and then she gets the Super Mario Strikers vibe to her, and then she kicks it for the final smash into the character as well. So it's a big cinematic approach, which is different than what we would do with, which is a different approach than what generally you see with Peach. So then, A, you get more variation, but B, you're constantly reminding people of the sports nods. And yes, the initial outfit has to be the base sports model, not the dress. And we shouldn't go. You can pick the princess dress as a skin option, but the first initial one should be. I think the tennis outfit's probably the go-to.
I think that since we are making the best video game in the world, and that's our objective and that's our goal.
Yes.
There's gonna be like an outfit for each of the sports. Like there's got to be a tennis outfit and a golf outfit and a soccer and a wrestling/volleyball outfit.
Yep.
And then I think that there can be like also dress variants. Like we can still have a dress version of Daisy. That's fine.
Yeah, of course.
But like, what if like football? What if she had like a full football gear outfit?
They did didn't they try to make a football game, or they did a little nod to a football game?
I think it might have been like a Mario Party or something.
That's true.
And then there's also the Olympic Games, and I feel like there's probably a lot of outfit potential from the Olympic Games.
Oh yeah, Mario versus Sonic at the Olympic Summer Game, the Summer Olympics or whatever it's called. A lot of outfit.
She could probably have like a gun, because like they shoot stuff in the Olympics. One of her outfits could just be that she's got like a side piece.
Why are you always
like a dress with a gun?
Why are you always trying to make guns a thing in this fucking game?
Well, because then it could be like an altered moveset too. Like, what if like instead of the like smash attack being that she launches a like tennis ball at you, the smash attack is that she pulls out a pistol and she shoots you.
Jesus Christ, Angie!
Can you even imagine that?
No,
that'd be super cool.
Because it's stupid.
Because it's a sport.
Because it's stupid.
Because it's a sport, but it's a sport, and that would be a cool way to represent a sport.
I might turn my camera on just so you can see my disappointment.
I can't see your camera either way because I'm full screen in this this close up of Daisy's face that we've got right now. I'm gonna get a close up on her. We're not spending enough time acknowledging the fact that like this is a very textured tennis racket, and that is really cool.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Someone spent hour upon hour upon hour making that design, and they should be rewarded for it.
Is there anything we should do with her crown? Because I feel like headwear is key to a lot of sports. Like, if we have like swimmer Daisy, does she wear like a swim cap? And if she wears a swim cap, does she wear a crown on top of her swim cap?
What if she went headband instead, but it still had little points to nod the crown?
Oh, hell yeah.
So you have the hair slicked back.
Or like, what if she... Keep going.
You have the hair slicked back, so you still get closer to a more modern effect and what it theoretically should be.
Yeah.
But you're still playing a video game, so you can't go full on. But I also wouldn't hate if we had the crown as a weapon. You could throw the crown almost like a frisbee. So you can get another sports nod in without
like
it being a sports nod. Yeah, kind of Cappy-ish. But we have... Now, granted, if we do have that with King K. Rool. We do have that with Cappy with Mario, so maybe
if we
that's a little too on the nose, but...
If we do end up doing a swimmer version of Daisy, it is probably important that she doesn't have any hair.
Why?
because I want her to care about the sport. I want her to be like competitive at it. And like hair is additional drag, so I feel like she should probably be completely hairless in her swim form. And then I've been thinking about the crown thing, and I wonder if it makes sense to wear the crown and then wear the swim cap over the crown. So it's like super duper tight on her head, but you can still see the like pokey things poking up from it. I think that's the coolest Daisy costume we'll be able to make.
I think that's the dumbest Daisy costume idea we've had thus far.
I think it's the coolest. I think you're using the wrong word, but I think we are in full agreement. I'm glad we're in full agreement on this Daisy costume. Is there
this is our usual
Daisy?
This is our usual once per show. I love how much I hate you, and I hate you.
Oh, there's like other daisies. Yeah, see, look, there's like a swimming daisy. See, but they messed it all up because they kept all her hair on her. She's never gonna get. She doesn't look like she's got good speed here. Okay, I'm heading back to our daisy pick.
But what do you see as some signature? What do you see as some signature attacks Daisy could have with this more?
I want her. Go ahead.
Not sports model, but this more sports game based character.
So we mentioned the Mario Kart side, like I'm assuming it's a side special, side B.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, what if for the grabs, like, if you down throw your opponent, you like pull the card out and then do like a burnout on their face, and then like they get like flung away after that. So it's like a big like, and then boom, and they go flying out.
A little bit more extreme than I would think, but it's still kind of cool.
I think it's like I don't know. I think about the way that Wario rides his motorcycle, and there's cool ways to do like vehicle-based combat within the framework of like we just fighting. I also think that like it would be cool specifically. I mentioned the wrestling thing, but like to represent sports that are not actually represented in games yet, and have that be like something that could be a cool look forward to or whatever. Like
yeah,
this hasn't been like Mario boxing. I don't think, but like what if there's like a Mario like there's a move where she just like gets a boxing glove on and does a big punch. I know a big punch isn't the most exciting idea, but I'm imagining just like a big big yellow boxing glove. Oh yeah, big yellow boxing glove. That's a good look. And just like a big yellow boxing glove. Think about that.
Okay, well,
and it's like that'd be hard to play tennis with, but that's not her only sport.
On your line of thinking, what if you had grab attack, judo throw? So you have a multitude of grab attacks. One can be wrestling, grappling. You could do anything from a suplex to a throw, something of that nature. You have one. I would say the backwards one is a suplex, where it's just grab and it's over the top of your head back on them, which I think is already a move anyways. But you could do a vertical suplex.
I think someone does that, yeah.
You could do a vertical suplex instead, which is also very cool. Does Snake have the suplex? What fucking character has that suplex? It's gonna drive me crazy. Whatever.
I don't know if it's Snake.
But someone has that.
Then you could also do like
But the front one.
You could also do one where like. Yeah. And then you could also do one where she like throws them on the ground and like drives on their face with her car. And I think that could be like a cool throw too.
You are so obsessed with the
combat, something man. Traditional.
Well, I also love the idea.
Just like we didn't.
I also love the idea of ranged combat as an ability with Daisy, where you can do tennis balls, you can do volleyballs. I did write in my notes, cheat with Wii Fit. We didn't get to put Wii Fit in the game. We just didn't think Wii Fit had the cachet, but it's a very unique character. You can put a lot of those fun moves back in with Daisy.
So I was actually thinking a little bit about that, because one of the things we talked about is how Peach and Daisy currently have their side smash as like the representation of the sports stuff, or like the spin-off games. And like there's a tennis racket, there's a golf club, there's a frying pan.
Yeah.
And the first thought that I had was like that could be a cool way to still utilize that move but expand upon it, where if you do it like if you do a just like uncharged like side attack, you'll still do the tennis racket, golf club, or frying pan. But if you do like a fully charged one, it'll also send out like a tennis ball that will be a ranged attack. Or it'll
Ooh.
also send out a golf ball that'll be a ranged attack. And then like if it's the frying pan, I feel like either a turnip because food or just like a tomato or something like that. Like I like the idea of like if it is a tomato, it sends, and if it hits the opponent, it like splats on their face, and like it does whatever the normal damage is, but also like there's a little bit of an embarrassment factor of like, ha, you have tomato on your face.
Kind of love that.
Kind of like the inkling paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I adore that.
Um,
That is it. That is guaranteed.
I like the idea of I know we've already got the Mario Kart thing, but I think one of Peach's most iconic moves is the little butt slam, little side B.
Yep. Hip
And
attack, yeah.
I like the idea of there being some kind of American football representation, and I was imagining like has shoulder pads on, has helmet, like shoulder charge, kind of like Wario does in the 2D platforming games. I think that could be potentially fun. But I'm running out of sports because I don't know sports very well. Basketball's a sport.
And there is Mario
I'm just
basketball.
gonna say that out
from
loud.
back in the
Basketball's
day.
a sport.
I think a down special could be her dunking on someone's head.
That'd be sick.
And you could use it as a
Oh,
projectile
yeah.
coming up for the rest of the game, or for the rest of the people in the stage, where it bounces off and you get hit by that basketball. You're like, shit, I'm taking collateral damage from this stupid move from Daisy. But
Oh man, okay. I'm thinking about this for a second. And this is me just like I don't actually think this is better, but I'm thinking about one of the cool things with Isabel's moveset is that she has a move where she like well, Isabel and Villager, where it's like plant a tree, water the tree, grow the tree, and then chop it down.
Mhm.
And I like the idea of Daisy having one where like the first time you use the move, she like sets up a basketball hoop, and then the second time you do it, it's like the grab, and you do bonus damage if you like actually dunk someone into the hoop.
that's a little
I
too
like this.
abstract for me, but it's hilarious, and I'd love to try it.
I just want to see someone get dunked, like physically, like Space Jam style dunked.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be her final smash. She just does like the ending of Space Jam, where her arm gets really long.
So we get a Space Jam Michael Jordan reference in Smash.
So I'm not thinking reference. I think we just pull the clip straight from Space Jam and just play it. It's like play that in the middle of a Smash match. And if we can pull that off, that does also mean we can get the Space Jam music for the stage, and I think that would be pretty essential.
So, no, but hilarious.
What other like sports movies? We could do Rudy. Can you get a Rudy reference?
Well, you're going more football then. If you want to flip out the hip attack, you can just do a forward tackle.
So I want you to explicitly reference the movie Rudy, not just football.
So I do not know Rudy well enough to be able to do that for you.
Really? Oh man, that seemed like something that would be so up your alley.
I mean, if we're going football, mine are going to be Little Giants, Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights. Like, those are the ones, football, I think of for movies.
Okay, you gotta get Rudy in that repertoire. If only you had a movie podcast that you could watch movies on.
Wait, a movie podcast that premieres every Saturday?
What?
What? That's absurd.
At 4 p.m. Central Time?
4
Was it
p.m. Central Time? Yeah, 4 p.m. Central Time. You got
At 4 p.m. Central Time?
Who would have fucking thought? Who would have thought that you
We're
could
already
do that?
here. We're already doing this plug. What's the name of that show?
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, new podcast is... it's the ONETA Movie Show, brought to you by PTE Creative.
Oh,
We know it.
gotta love it.
And every Saturday now, you are getting the ONETA Movie Show, hosted by myself and one of our favorite co-hosts, and my younger brother, Dylan Davies. And we're going through a lot of cool different movies from back in the day. We got a cult classic series. We got our big box office series. We got all kinds of cool stuff over there. But we're watching movies, having fun, and enjoying talking about them for all you lovely people on the internet.
So I'm giggling over here because you didn't have to say younger brother.
Oh yeah, I did.
You could have just said brother.
Nope.
You didn't have to do him dirty like that.
Well, I usually introduce him as the internet's favorite bald man. So which one's worse?
Yeah, that's good. That's fine. That's great. That's real. That's true to him. But then you big dogged him.
Oh.
You big dogged him with the my younger brother, the inexperienced one.
I mean, is he giving everybody a rolling R of creative like I am? No.
During the Exorcist episode, I'm gonna find out.
And when he does that, I'll take off the younger brother tag, and he'll just be brother tag. But until he gives me a creative,
if I am ever on your show, it is going to be my number one priority to make that happen. I don't even know if your brother physically can roll his R's, but we are going to figure out how to make that happen. We will make that work. I will roll his tongue for him if I need to.
But yes, you can see the new ONETA show, and you can listen to the new ONETA show every Saturday via the PTE Creative outlets. So you can get it on YouTube and Spotify. It's all the ONETA movie show. Thank you for the shameless plug.
All right, Evan, we've only done one character so far. You can't already be plugging your stuff.
You started plugging it, not me.
I'm giving you mess.
And plus,
any other things you want to put on? Any other ideas you want to put on a Daisy?
Not really. At this moment.
Let's just list sports. I want to think of any other sports that might be cool for her. So I'm going to go first.
Baseball is another one we didn't really talk about. But Super Mario Sluggers was a big deal for
I got you. Baseball. Okay, just keep naming sports. We're going to take turns. So I said baseball. It's your turn.
Volleyball.
Volleyball? Okay, beach volleyball. Your turn.
Bowling.
Bowling? Okay, cricket. Your turn.
Golf.
Golf? Fuck. Okay, frisbee golf.
Darts.
Darts? Archery.
Rock climbing.
Fuck. Mountaineering.
It's just a stupid bit.
It's a good bit. Did you run out of sports? Is that why you're saying that? You trying to deflect?
Okay, let's go polo.
I have no fucking idea what polo is. Oh, water polo.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, that one was close. That one scared me.
Equestrian.
Equestrian? Oh, dressage. I know horse stuff. Don't question my horse knowledge. I know horse things because horses are dumb.
American football.
American football. Rugby. Rugby's like British American football.
Sure.
Where do they play rugby? Where does rugby happen?
It's biggest in Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, and the UK.
The Bogans. Okay, so that makes sense. Like UK, because UK sent all of their ne'er-do-wells over to Australia.
Correct.
And they emigrated out to New Zealand. Okay, so this makes sense.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's bad American football. Got it. Okay.
Do you want me to continue?
Do you have any?
Because the other thing that's difficult.
I think you're out of. Well, go ahead.
It's not necessarily me running out of sports. It's me running out of sports to support your bit of getting the counterpart to the sport.
I promise.
All right,
I'm going to find a counterpart.
Fine, hockey.
Hockey? Oh, what's the table hockey? What's that called? Foosball.
That's more soccer, but okay. Were you thinking about air hockey?
I think I was thinking about air hockey.
First one after I said it.
but we got to commit to the bit, you know. Foosball, what's the difference? It's also table oriented. Oh, ping pong. We didn't even talk about ping pong.
Or pool.
Oh man, Daisy in like a ping pong outfit.
Be good. Could
I
be
don't think I
fun.
know what a ping pong outfit is. I gotta be real.
It's pretty much exactly what she's wearing in the tennis outfit.
Hell yeah, but like her paddle would be smaller.
Yeah, it's the exact same.
I think that has to be one of the costumes.
Is ping pong.
Like one of them is just like one of them is tennis Daisy and the other one is ping pong Daisy. And they look identical unless she does the side smash attack where the tennis racket comes out and it's replaced with the ping pong racket. That's the only difference between the two costumes.
You know what? For goofs, fuck yeah. I love that idea. Cheers to you on that idea.
That's canon. She's gonna have 32 costumes. That's all the sports that we named.
Alrighty.
I am currently I'm good on Daisy. I'm feeling good.
I was gonna
think
say,
we got a great character here.
Do we feel that we have successfully rescued Daisy and she is worthy of inclusion?
Is she being included at the expense of anyone else? Do we have to rip anyone off to put her in?
Nope.
Okay, then absolutely put her ass in there. We're gonna make the best video game of all time, and one of the best parts is gonna be when she drives on people's faces. Welcome to the roster, Daisy. What's Daisy's last name?
I don't know.
Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Sarasaland. Because that is where she is from.
Daisy. Oh, I think you might actually be right about that. That's a good pull on your part. Daisy Sarasaland.
Daisy Sarasaland. There you go.
Does Waluigi have a last name?
Yes.
Is it also Sarasaland?
No.
Oh shit! I already accidentally spoiled the next character.
His last name is actually Purple.
Oh, that makes sense to me.
He also has a cousin named Red.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Are there any other colors that exist in the family? Perhaps like a mauve?
Mauve.
Is there a fuchsia?
Mauve, fuchsia, not so much. I heard there's a blue, there's a green, there's a yellow, there's a gold, there's a silver, there's a crystal, there's an emerald.
So I know Silver, and he's got the like long spiky hair, right? And he fights with that hedgehog all the time.
Oh, we're going that route. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
These bits
are you ready
so
for us to head
stupid.
to the next character?
Yes. I was setting it up for you, man.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
We're doing a 3, 2, 1. Bow. There he is. And who is this, Evan Davies?
That's Pokemon Trainer Evan from the Adventure manga series.
What? That's Pokemon Trainer Evan?
That
oh
is
no!
Pokemon Trainer Evan.
I accidentally pulled up the Pokemon Trainer. That's you.
I know. Who would have thought?
How did that happen? Oh. I need to make a confession that this is not a high quality image. This is probably the smallest image out of all the ones that I have. It is. Can I see the? It is 326 pixels by 278 pixels, and it is far below the standard I've been trying to set.
That is correct.
So I would like to, at the start, Apox deserves better.
It still looks good. It's beautiful artwork. Because this looks. My only question is, what era is this for the Adventure series? Is it the original artist? Is it the second artist?
Sugamori. I'm just gonna say that out loud. Sugamori.
Well, Sugamori did not draw this character. This is Mato, I think. Is that his name? But the Pokemon Adventures manga series, Lapras Lady flashback. What's Yellow Arc? That's Mato, I think. Can you just click on the Yellow Arc for me, quick, in the history section, or just click on Yellow Arc, but not in not to get to history.
The Yellow Arc.
I just want to see the artists.
Boom.
Oh no,
Yep.
there we go.
I'm in yellow arc right now.
Because
Doesn't say
it's a very sad
specifically
it's a very
the
sad
artist. It
problem.
keeps trying to direct us to main articles. Tell the story.
Well, so
What makes it
the
sad?
original artist, and I think he was on. I know he finished the first run. I can't remember if it was the red and blue run and they got the yellow arc in, or if it was just the red and blue run. But he came down with an illness where he essentially couldn't draw anymore.
So to give a quick answer to that,
Yeah.
the original artist was the illustrator for the first 9 volumes,
Yep.
and
So that should be in the yellow. No, is that the gold silver run? I'm not entirely sure. But that run was absolutely beautiful, and Mato did.
if you are still there,
I am still here.
I'm
I was given a little bit more
not
on our things,
hearing you.
so I'm gonna stop watching our stream quick for a second.
Okay,
But Mato, yeah, he became ill,
hear
and
you now.
he essentially couldn't do that level of art anymore due to the illness. So Satoshi Yamamoto had to take over. So that was still done by Mato, which is the art that makes you really fall in love with it. But Satoshi Yamamoto, his art is so eerily close that unless you're like really, really, really trying, you can't tell the difference. It is eerily similar.
Oh, that's cool.
And so and
That's impressive.
it
I love
allows for that series to even into Diamond and Pearl and Black and White era stuff. It allows that series to still have a continuity and a cohesive nature that really is appreciated. So it's such a worthwhile series to get a part of. Anybody online who has not done so already, you should go check out Pokemon Adventures manga series because it's some of the best shit you will ever read. It's glorious.
When are you gonna do your Pokemon Adventures manga episode where you sell people on it?
Whenever we want to because it's fucking glorious. I'll do so when I am back in my new apartment and then I can just have it right in front of me. I have that image saved on my computer or saved on my iPad.
I would have nothing to necessarily add to that conversation, but I'd be very curious to hear your pitch on it.
Oh, the thing is, this is the easiest. If I'm giving you my elevator pitch, what if Pokemon kept all the adorable lovability, but then actually showed a little bit more of the graphic nature that happens in a Pokedex entry, and consequences are fucking real. That's what this series is because it's such a
okay, hell yeah.
It's such a weird amalgamation of Japanese storytelling in which you can go from light bright to holy fuck dark to light bright within the same arc very quickly, and it can still feel very light, but yet you're getting this very heavy character growth in it. It's wonderful.
You know what that sounds like to me?
A really good version of the Black Cauldron, which does not have the same level of
absolutely
tone
yes
control, whereas the Black Cauldron has no control over its tone. It's metal as fuck, as evidenced by the Horn King and the undead army known as the Cauldronborn. And if you want to hear more about that, you can just go listen to the ONETA movie show. Episode 2 just released on the ONETA show on Tuesday. That was 7/9. So that released 7/9. And if you want the audio strictly version, you can go to Spotify on Saturday. But that Saturday already passed because this recording is going to go out after the recording of the Black Cauldron.
Is your episode about the Black Cauldron already up?
It is out already on YouTube.
Okay, hold on. Just to clarify, is it out by the time of this podcast episode's release, or is it out right now as we're recording.
Right now, as of recording, it is out. It is the Black Cauldron thumbnail on the top row.
Oh my god, how did I miss this? Okay, I want to watch this. Yeah. Sorry, we were talking earlier about I want to check this show out, but I didn't know any of the movies, and I still don't know this movie. But your description of this movie makes it sound sick, so I want to actively like check that one out.
It's metal.
Okay, sorry, I'm distracted from our show.
Incoherent. It's so incohesive. But I appreciate the other plug to the ONETA movie show, which was not intentional whatsoever.
Happy to do it. Let's bring it back to our boy Pokemon Trainer Evan. And would you like to give us an introduction of what your thoughts are and plans are for the Pokemon Trainer?
So, the reason we are doing this rescue show whatsoever is this character. We knew this character was coming back. There was no way in hell I was going to let this character be dropped out of this game. Number one. Number two, you wanted Pokemon Trainer in, and you gave a very, very ambitious pitch that I just don't think is the best approach, but is very unique. Do you remember what that pitch was?
I absolutely do not.
You pitched that there should be no single Pokemon characters in Smash Bros, and they should all be with the Pokemon Trainer.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's a great
I'm smart. Go ahead.
It's a great idea, but I think you want some of those Pokemon icons that we stuck with to be by themselves, so then you can get some new fresh blood in with the Pokemon Trainer, and still you have your cake and eat it too, essentially. So, we still have Pikachu in the game, we have Charizard standing by himself in the game, and we have Mewtwo in the game, all as playable characters. And Mewtwo you have to unlock via boss battle, which, by the way, you should go check out the boss battle episode, because that was fucking fun. That was really fun to record. And just go listen to it because it's good ideas. But this Pokemon Trainer character will have similar mechanics in which you can have 3 Pokemon battle, and you switch them in and out just like you would Pokemon to really get the concept of what Pokemon and the Pokemon Trainer is. But the whole goal I had with this is A, make every Pokemon feature something different about the game that you can, and B, highlight Pokemon that were never playable in the game from generations that were never playable in the game. That's always what I was focusing on. And I have 3 that can then be unlocked to 6 Pokemon available for this character. If you'd like to hear the pitch.
Okay. So, yeah, go for it. Let's hear it.
So in original Smash Bros., Gen 1 is playable through all the characters we already said. Gen 2 is playable due to Pichu, which we cut, but would be an Echo Fighter or a skin for Pikachu in our game. There's no Gen 3 rep. Gen 4 is playable through Lucario, who we cut. 5, 6 have no playable rep. I'm sorry, 6 does. Greninja. Greninja was playable. Then we had 7 was playable due to Incineroar, and then generations 8 and 9, there was no playable character. 8 was feasibly possible by the time Smash Ultimate was released, and they chose to go with Incineroar instead from the last generation, instead of putting a new one in, which they did with Lucario and with Greninja. And then 9 was nowhere within the planning stages, or it was in planning stages, but definitely was not released yet. So my idea was use those generations that were not highlighted to do it. So I need a Gen 3, 5, 6, 8, and 9. And I also put an asterisk next to 8 because Pokemon Legends Arceus feels like kind of its own thing, frankly.
Is Arceus the Gen 8?
It's technically Gen 8, but that's the same as Sword and Shield, and they are wildly different.
Okay, I was gonna say in my mind it makes sense for that to be the same generation as Sword and Shield. I just want to make sure if the generations we were talking about were the same things. I'm also gonna say throw an asterisk on Gen 2 because if we're gonna have all these different distinct Pokemon, I think having only one of them be a bootleg worse version of an already existing fighter is like kind of weak. So like we should pick a Gen 2 Pokemon too. Put Totodile in that game.
So I don't hate that. So I'm going to give you the 6 I picked, 3 of which you get off the bat, and then 3 that you would unlock via challenge mode, story mode, whatever we so choose. Boss fight as well.
Because right now, just to do a quick check-in, right now in Pokemon, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Gen 1 Pokemon? 6 Gen 1 Pokemon that have been in Smash. We have
Pikachu.
Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Jigglypuff.
Oh, yeah, Jigglypuff, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so that's 6 Gen 1 representatives. Like, just to re-raise the, like, all Pokemon are attached to trainers idea, like, there could totally just be a Gen 1 trainer that has all those 6 in their roster. But I want to finish hearing your pitch.
So, the pitch I had was representing Gen 5 Oshawott, which also has a little bit more credence because of Legend Arceus. It was the water starter there. So you get Gen 5 and you get General 8, Gen 8A, so to speak. Very light water basis. It's similar to Squirtle, so there's an echo there of something that's familiar, which starter Pokemon should be, but at the same time, it's got that shell to do far more different attacks that are swiping as well, so it's not just a Squirtle repeat. And also, the starting 3, I picked all starter Pokemon very intentionally.
Okay, interesting.
I went back to Gen 6 because we ripped Greninja out. Because I wanted to keep the basis of water, fire, and grass. But if you look at the middle stage evolutions of fire, they all kind of suck. Except one.
Yeah.
But I had a better idea for Gen 8. And I didn't want to use Raboot because Raboot would be the best. So I went with Braixen.
What's the one before Delphox?
Braixen.
Braixen's pretty sick.
And that is why I picked Braixen.
That's what you picked?
That is what I picked. Because if you...
Yeah, good answer. That's a good choice.
So Braixen also, it's got a little bit of that magic flair due to the magic wand, magic fire wand. Very different style of Pokemon. I adore Braixen in general. It's a beautifully designed Pokemon. And it's popular. And it has some anime presence as well. So you have ties to it. That's just a sick image of the swirling fire wand. God, that's cool. So Oshawott is a lighter based character that still has some physical attacks. You have more physical attacks with fire.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You have fire-based physical attacks with Braixen, but then you can also do a little bit of ranged attacks due to that magic wand of fire. So you can do some swirling things, and it gives a lot of freedom in the animation style to how you would attack. The next one I picked, and it was solely because I had a better idea for Gen 9. I was originally going with Mouscarada, but I thought that was a little too close to Braixen because it's got the magician style.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
So the final starter Pokemon I chose was from Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I went with the Hisuian Decidueye.
Hisuian Decidueye. Okay, give me 1 second.
And even
as I pull up a JPEG of Hisuian Decidueye.
Because as much as I adore OG Decidueye, and it's a top 3 Pokemon for me all time, it might be a top 2.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Decidueye is my second favorite Pokemon all time. As much as I adore Decidueye, if we're going to try to really do things that are from a generation that's never been represented, Hisuian Decidueye does fit the bill, and you get a Pokemon that should have been in there from the start. And Hisuian Decidueye also is super cool because
he's still grass?
He's still grass, but then he has a fighting element to him.
Okay, interesting. Can I offer a counterpoint?
Sure.
For Hisuian Decidueye.
Sure.
Look at Fuecoco. Fuecoco's such a baby.
But I
Look at
already
this
have.
sweet baby Fuecoco.
But is Fuecoco better than Braixen?
Absolutely, yes.
I completely disagree.
That was one of the worst questions you've ever asked me. It is so obviously better than Braixen. Fuecoco is genuinely, I'm thinking about this, maybe the best Pokemon they've designed in the past like 5 generations.
That is legitimately wrong, but okay. You could
Definitely the best starter. Definitively the best starter.
also wrong.
Pokemon starters. I'm going to look at Pokemon starters for Gen 1 through 9. I'm going to
Fuecoco.
look at everything from Gen... Because we're on Gen 4, we're on Gen 9 right now, so everything from Gen 4 onward.
Fuecoco ain't got shit on Rowlet, and I'm telling you that right now.
I'm looking at Gen 4. Let me see what is... Rowlet's that little bird.
Rowlet's Gen 6.
He's really good too.
He has a leaf
Rowlet is also
bow tie.
very good.
Rowlet has a leaf bow tie. Tell
I
me
think
it's not
Fuecoco is better than Rowlet, but I also think Rowlet is very good. If there's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think the potential competitions are Rowlet and Snivy. I think both Rowlet and Snivy are very good. You know what? People didn't like the little clown seal guy. I think he's a little sweetheart. I think I like him a lot.
I love Poplio too.
I like Poplio too. Poplio's very good. Scorbunny is also very good.
Scorbunny's
I think Fuecoco is still better than all of the rest of them, but when I'm looking at this list, there is better competition than I think I realized and remembered.
Yes. The other issue you have is, did you want to...
If I had to stack rank, I'm going to do a quick stack ranking here. Go ahead.
Well, the other thing is I wanted to keep to the idea. I think it was really smart that they went Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, so you had starter, middle evolution, final evolution.
I think so too.
And that's why I went middle evolution, fire. There's one option, and it's Braixen. Unless you have to go back to Charmeleon or Quilava. Quilava I'd be cool with. Monferno could be worthwhile as well. But by far, middle evolutions, to me, it's Raboot or Braixen. The middle to Fuecoco loses Crocolore, loses a lot of the appeal.
What even was Fuecoco's middle evolution?
Crocolore.
Oh, yeah, he's not a... Oh,
he's not.
I think Skeledirge kicks ass, but also Fuecoco is the sweetest, cutest, greatest little baby in the world.
And
I will say, okay, at this point, I'm kind of just saying what Pokemon I like, but I will throw out the specific thing that, like, I think Skeledirge is an interesting Smash Brothers choice because he has a very different body style from any of the other fighters that we already have.
Okay.
He is a quadruped who lays horizontal. I do think that is an interesting challenge and like an interesting thing to explore as far as Smash Brothers goes. Thinking about what's currently in Smash, is there any like horizontal quadrupeds?
No, that was the reason we put Spyro in our game as a new character because we love the idea of a quadruped.
But he's so short. He's so thin compared to how long a Skeledirge is. So we got Yoshi. I mean, he's like a horse.
He stands.
Yoshi's a horse, but he's just not a long horse. Yeah, he stands on his back legs because he doesn't really have front legs.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a little bit. He's got a little bit of that. I want to give him some credit. Ivysaur. Ivysaur is a quadruped.
Duck Hunt.
So I think Ivysaur is a decent example. Duck Hunt too. I guess like part of what makes an alligator interesting to me is that like they're also just long. They're not like I feel like the silhouette of Duck Hunt and the silhouette of Ivysaur is like a square, whereas Skeledirge is very definitively a rectangle.
Yes.
And like,
how does that fit the hitbox though?
That. What do you mean?
Like, wouldn't your hitbox theoretically very easy to... You'd take more damage theoretically just because your hitbox is twice or 3 times the size of a square-based character?
Not necessarily. Just because it's wider doesn't mean you're easier to hit. Like I think that is like those are some of the fun design challenges you get to have. Is like,
Yeah.
because of that, they're also lower to the ground, so there's also attacks that might go over them. How do you solve for that?
Sure.
I'm mostly how do I word it? I'm mostly just musing. I don't actually feel that strongly about this.
So the biggest reasons I went with this is Oshawott, you have a base light fighter. Braixen, you get
Yeah.
still light, but you get a magic range base attack for the most part with a fire type. And then with Hisui and Decidueye, although you still have elements of flight, it's a grass fighting type. So you get that classic fighter style in there, and it's very close combat oriented, which I liked how all three had a different play style to them. Not saying Skeletors wouldn't, but that's what I liked about Hisui.
I think I like that too.
Also, Hisui and Decidueye is just a super cool fucking design that is perfect for a fighting game, frankly, because it's bootleg Raiden. So, and you could have shiny ones to get the nod
can
back.
he throw his hat?
He can't throw his hat because it's feathers, but he can still use.
He should be able to throw his hat.
And Decidueye in general is just badass. But the cool part about this one
I
is
gotta look something up.
We don't end with just 3 Pokemon. You can unlock 3 more choices because if you recall, when we nice.
Hold on, I want to get the one sound clip. Okay, we're good. That was important. I want Decidueye to do that. Okay, we can continue.
Okay. I was not prepared for that. So,
dude, look, he's already doing the move. He's doing the move. That is the Raiden move.
So
okay,
that's not the Decidueye we
would
would have. I'd be happy to put that Decidueye in instead. But then
crap, you're right. That's not the right one.
I'm breaking my own kind of logical rules. Which, if we're just putting in my favorite Pokemon for the sake of my favorite Pokemon, then fuck yeah, Decidueye, OG Decidueye's in a heartbeat. Because he's cool. Look at him.
I didn't realize Decidueye was already in so many Pokemon games. He's in Pokken, he's in Pokemon Unite.
Oh yeah, Decidueye is super popular. He should have made it over Incineroar. Incineroar was a stupid choice over Decidueye. And I like the Incineroar.
Incineroar is a better choice.
I 1000% disagree with you, but that's okay.
Next page.
And I may or may not be incredibly biased because I love Decidueye. But, it's so cool! It's so cool!
I will say this is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. What I'm looking at right now is very sick.
I'm saying.
It's a good design. It's a good design.
So cool. So, beyond that.
Oh, Mona's so cute. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you recall the mechanic in Pokemon Stadium where you got 6 choices, but you could only play with 3?
Yep.
So we're going to use that mechanic because you can unlock 3 additional Pokemon as part of this Pokemon trainer.
I dig that.
So I'm building here.
Oh, what?
Those are all rad.
Yeah. He's got a little tuxedo. He's got a little hat.
To give even a sword fighting element to a Pokemon, Gen 8's rep, I went with Sirfetch'd.
Sirfetch'd. Oh, I remember Sirfetch'd.
I adore
His
Sirfetch'd.
is interesting because he's like, how do I word it? It's like, it's more like a pike or whatever. Yeah, it's like a long sword, but like a pokey sword.
Almost Sephiroth-esque, if you will.
Oh man, yeah, maybe this is just a skin for Sephiroth.
So absurd.
That'd be kind of sick.
But again, the idea here, you get a completely different playstyle with Sirfetch'd. And I also liked the fact of you're giving another nod to the popularity of regional variants by getting the evolution to a regional variant here, which is also super fun. But you're getting that really...
I was thinking about that too, in terms of Go ahead.
You're just getting a different vibe. And you're showing more of the evolution of the franchise through your new Pokemon trainer by including something like Sirfetch'd, whose attitude in general is fucking rad.
I didn't know shiny Sirfetch'd was like gold yellow. That's really good. He's a little duck. He's just a little duck holding an asparagus or whatever.
That'd be a leak.
Oh man, look at that. That's really good. Sorry, I'm gonna stop being impressed by it, but that's pretty sick. I like shiny golden Surfetched.
Tell me you don't
Oh
want to play a
man, he could
Surfetch'd.
also do the Raiden sound.
Also, just
I absolutely want to play a
okay. You already want to play a Surfetch'd, but
Surfetched.
I want to just add a little bit of seasoning to it.
Wait, real quick before you continue, I have a question. Have you
Yes.
played Mario Odyssey?
Yeah.
Do you know the transformation where you possess the bird with the long pokey beak?
Yes.
I'm imagining that as because that was easily the funnest transformation in that game, and like I'm imagining taking inspiration from that for Sirfetch'd's moveset. Like
So
good pokes, but then also good like rebounds off the pokes and like flicking and zooming around and stuff.
so here is the seasoning I wanted to give you. Could you go back to the top
Go
of
for
that
it.
page where it shows the height of the Pokemon?
Mm-hmm. He is 2'7".
Do you not love the absurd idea of a small 2 foot tall bird carrying a 4 to 6 foot tall sword? And the absurdity of
Hell
playing
yeah.
with that
Yes.
fucking sword?
Yes.
If
I
that
think
does
that sounds
not
excellent.
if that does
I
not
think that
scream
like
I want to play as that, I don't know what does.
I feel like the sword is going to be like the majority of the character model, and that's going to be sick.
Exactly.
I of all the Pokemon you've named, Sirfetch'd is like easily the one that I'm most excited about.
Now,
Oh, what
next
the
one.
hell? Wait, real quick? Have you seen this before?
Oh, the original
There
idea
was
of
originally
an original.
a Farfetch'd's evolution.
Yes, I think I've seen that in a long time.
Yeah, that looks like ass. I'm glad they didn't pick that because that looks really bad.
Nowhere near as good as Surfetched. Now we're building.
And this guy and this guy.
Oh, yeah.
We want to acknowledge this guy. He's also good.
Also,
Go
Farfetch'd
ahead.
admittedly is one of my favorite Pokemon ever, so I adore Farfetch'd.
Farfetch'd is really good.
Now, unlockable Pokemon 2. We go to the internet's favorite menace. To represent the newest generation of Pokemon in Gen 9, you get your heavy base Pokemon in Tinkaton.
Okay, I was gonna say it better be Stinky Tinky, and I'm glad that it is.
How can you go to anything in Gen 9 and not pick Tinkaton as your rep?
She's so good. Tinkatuff is also good, but Tinkaton is really. Oh, hold on. We gotta look at Tinkatink for a little bit. We just have to acknowledge the existence of Tinkatink, which is just a little baby with a giant or like a little metal rattler, and she's just a little crybaby.
And then she
Oh
slowly
man, this is definitely one of the best designs from that gen.
and then she slowly swats birds out of the sky and rips their carcass to shreds and makes it a hammer.
Oh my god, hold on. I need to put this in our chat because this is just too good of an image to lose. Look at this little baby. She's so like on the precipice of like I'm so upset that I'm crying, but also I'm so upset that I'm just furious, and she looks like she's gonna just destroy your like ankles. Oh my god, she's so sweet. What a baby. Okay, we can continue. I'm done looking at her.
Those are nice card sleeves, by the way. Also, fucking cruel to put a Corviknight in the background. God damn.
Do they kill Corviknights or do Corviknights kill them?
No, the reason you know that animation where they hop a rock off their hammer, or Tinkaton does that. Tinkaton
Yeah.
is the reason the hammer is the shade it is. It always tries to swat rocks into the sky to get Corviknights to fall because it's trying to kill the Corviknight and rip its steel carcass off to make its hammer bigger and better.
Oh, that's awesome. She's a little hunter. We love that. She's like capable. Like just because she's a little baby doesn't mean she can't do nothing. She's still gonna do stuff. She's strong. Is she better Better than Tinkaton?
No, Tinkaton is Tinkaton is the way to go.
Ah, that's a real big hammer on Tinkaton. I will say, personally, I think Tinkatink is like more cuter, but I do think Tinkaton is the right move.
Tinkaton is the right move. Number one, it's the internet's favorite menace. They fucking love Tinkaton. Further evidence by that is my wife, who will die on the only Pokemon I think that's ever made Ab consider Eevee not being her favorite Pokemon is Tinkaton. That says a lot.
I bet you Abby also likes Tinkatink.
Oh, she likes the whole line,
I
but
forgot about those
Tinkaton is her girl. She adores Tinkaton.
Remember the mouse family?
Yes, Mousehold. Tandem Mouse.
I will say, I just a quick call out. This latest generation did have a lot of really great Pokemon designs. Like it had some all timers in it. Like I think that little mouse family. I think that like Tinkaton. I think that what's the baby version of the giant like ice whale?
Giant ice whale? Are you talking about No, not Palafin. Dondozo with Tatsugiri. Oh yeah, Citadel.
Citadel. And Citadel. Citadel is the sweetest baby. What a good design, and it's like
I like how this is just
like
turned into
kind of
Pokemon
weird
design.
and dumb and gross.
No,
yeah,
Citadel.
So I'm just kind of filleting the Pokemon artists right now.
Beautiful. I love Citadel.
And then Titan is just kind of like this big, bulking, like, but still pretty cool version of it. Like, they're both good. Oh, cool. Okay, sorry. I am closing these tabs so that I stop looking at Pokemon and commenting on them.
But we go Tinkaton.
Back to Pokemon Trainer Evan.
You get Tinkaton as your 5th Pokemon, which is the second unlockable. You get a heavy element because it's going to be slow due to that hammer. Also, as a taunt, you get Tinkaton's sleeping animation where it sleeps on its hammer. If that doesn't say I want to play as that character, I don't know what does.
That's real good stuff.
And finally, the final unlockable Pokemon. Gen 3, shockingly hard to pick a Pokemon from. Because there's not a lot there's not a lot of logical options, in my opinion, for a Smash character that you don't have to completely flip shit on its head without the ideas of stuff that's been used in Sceptile, Blaziken, or Swampert. I was trying to avoid starters since we already got 3 starters. You got a lot of funny, ridiculous ones, but you don't have a lot of great options. If you could scroll all the way down to the bottom of Gen 3, that is where...
Hold on, I'm just opening some of my favorites up. They might be relevant to... Oh man, Mile. Sableye too. Oh. This is a good gen.
Gen 3 is a very high quality gen. But
oh man, Whaler's already a Pokeball.
Mm-hmm.
Sharpedo's good. Flygon is boss as hell. Altaria is so... Okay, so I was gonna say, like, is there a flying type Pokemon that's in Smash games at all?
Not really.
I think that could be potentially cool.
Decidueye also can fit that bill.
That's true. But he kind of stretches it. He's grass fighting.
Well, you could go with the Grass Ghost model.
Oh man, Duskull.
Today, but I don't give a shit.
Duskull?
I'd like you to go all the way to the end of the gym.
We're almost there. Cunty Regirock?
Nope.
Is it Deoxys?
Goddamn right. I want you to think about this.
Deoxys, interesting. A legendary. Deoxys versus Mewtwo.
It's a final unlock, so it's kind of almost telling the pseudo story of a Pokemon trainer. At the end of a Pokemon trainer's journey, they usually fight legendary Pokemon. Correct. Deoxys, I thought, was incredibly interesting because of the alternate forms. And it could give you different playstyles. So you could go normal form.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
But then you can go speed form and get so many more side-sweeping attacks based on speed. But it's very risky. Defense form, you are a heavy hitter. An attack form, you're just fucking shit up. But you're...
Okay, so I have a question about this. Is this like who is it? Is it Sheik who has the different like mode switches that he does?
I don't know.
Not Sheik, not Sheik. Shulk.
Sure, it could be like Shulk if you wanted to.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is it like that, or is it that like there are different attacks, and the attacks will like utilize the different forms? Like if there's a down smash where it's like a big, heavy, like both arms slam down kind of thing. Like would Deoxys transform into defense form when doing that move and then go back to normal form? Or are you imagining it more like a you enter defense form and now you have a defense form move set. You enter attack form, now you have an attack form move set.
So more the first idea of it changes in and goes
Okay.
back, not because I don't love the idea of individual movesets, but if you're going to do individual movesets, I feel Deoxys then goes away from a Pokemon option and becomes its own character option.
I think so too. Okay. Just want to make sure we were on the same page.
But I
But I
thought
do
that
think that's a cool idea.
this gives so many different opportunities for interpretation of how a player wants to play, where you have 4 general attacks. You can have 1 perform. You have generally 4 smash attacks. You have 1 perform. If you really wanted to get fucking crazy, you could do a final smash based off the form you were just in. It's wild,
That could be pretty cool.
but you could do it.
I like that idea a lot.
So,
And then this also there's also some precedent for this with characters like Byleth, yeah, where
yeah.
all of her directionals use specific weapons, and I feel like that could map similarly over to like how they implement Deoxys. Sorry, how we implement Deoxys.
Yeah. And this is where what I loved, the reason I was very strategic about the choices was all 6 Pokemon play differently.
Mm-hmm.
You have a very basic little guy in Oshawott. Breaks in, you get range combat. Hisuian Decidueye, you get close combat, more physical attacker. Surfetched, sword fighter. Tinkatunk, heavy with a giant fucking hammer. And Deoxys, you kind of get the best of all worlds together, and you get to tell that logical journey of the Pokemon trainer. Their last unlockable in game is a legendary Pokemon.
I think it's a cool idea. I like this a lot. I think Deoxys is a good one to like land it on. I will. I'm curious. Like, this is just more of a personal opinion thing. Do you like Deoxys as a Pokemon generally?
I think I like Deoxys more as a concept than I do a Pokemon itself.
Okay. Because he's Gen 3 or Gen 4?
It's Gen 3.
3? Interesting. Is he unlockable in Emerald?
I believe so, yes.
Is he unlockable without like having to do anything crazy?
I'd
If that makes sense.
have to look. I don't know. I haven't played enough of Gen 3.
Okay. I played Sapphire. Okay, yeah, so I'm seeing this. I played Sapphire, and I remember just being like, oh yeah, like you just can't get him.
Yeah.
And it looks like in Emerald you can only get him from like events, which was like the Aurora ticket stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the whole era of like in-person event stuff for Pokemon kind of sucked butt.
Yep. It did.
Because like what it means is that like there's this cool Pokemon Deoxys that like I'm interested in and know genuinely nothing about, despite the fact that I played that game for like 300 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. This is just a dude, and apparently he did stuff, but I don't know what stuff he did. And like I don't know. It would be Smash would be a good way for us to learn more about this character or
Yes.
about this Pokemon.
Well, another reason I picked Deoxys is I think exactly what you just talked about. The events to get a Pokemon era not only sucked, but made mythical and legendary Pokemon in a bad way unreachable.
Mm-hmm.
Where when you can get Lugia, Ho-Oh, Legendary Beasts, name whatever ones you want, even Rayquaza, when it's very hard to do it, but you can do it in the game, it makes you feel accomplished. It makes those
Yep.
Pokemon feel though the pursuit was worth it, and they are special because of who they are and the Pokemon that they are.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have that's fucking ridiculous. But
I was thinking that too.
But when you have a Pokemon like Deoxys, where it was so unattainable in game, it hurts the idea of what Deoxys can be because so few people can attach to it because they can't get it.
Yeah. We don't even know it.
And I love the idea of putting that in this game and being like, no, this is tailor made for Smash. I honestly do not know how Deoxys did not already get put in because all I did was look at the picture of all 4 forms and went, how the fuck did this not happen? This is dumb.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. I imagine a big part of it is just because like no one knows anything about Deoxys.
Yeah.
So like it's not a fan favorite because it can't be a fan favorite because no one knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting. Like, do they have models for him in the latest game?
They do. They should.
Oh, they have up to Gen 7 here, and then he's also in Pokemon Home. So I think he might not be available in Gen 8 and 9.
Yeah, that would suck. But again, it's a worthwhile Pokemon. And that's the thing. If you look at everyone I picked, Oshawott a fan favorite, Braikshin's a fan favorite. Hisuian Decidueye, although different, Decidueye is popular. Sirfetch'd is a fan favorite. Tinkaton is a fan favorite. Deoxys is a weird, wild pick to end with, but gives a lot of opportunity for you to express yourself as a player with it. And I really enjoyed that.
I think so too. I think it's a really great choice. Also, there's some good like manga drawings of Deoxys.
That arc Pokemon is so much fun in the
adventure.
In the Leaf Green and Fire Red arc. Oh, it's fun. It's enjoyable.
It looks pretty sick.
Plus, the idea is with the Pokemon Trainer, if you wanted to, you could do DLC characters where it's just a Pokemon Trainer pack. It could be fun.
I like that idea a lot. They should put the entire Pokedex in there.
Pokemon Smash Bros.
I wouldn't turn it away.
Now, for the skin of the Pokemon Trainer, is there a Pokemon Trainer you want? Or is there something that... Is there a Pokemon you think that should be...
Trainer Angelo? So I'm going to look at Pokemon Trainer Angelo. And I'm going to see what comes up. So Angelo in Pokemon Sinnoh Adventures. This guy's a goddamn dork. Gym leader for Yellow Rock Isle in the World Islands. Is this like a fan thing?
No, it's an anime thing.
Is he real?
It's only for the anime.
World Islands gang. I have Grumpig, Starmie, and Kimiko. I mean, fine. I guess I'll be him. I guess we'll put him in. That sucks. It'd be cooler if he was cooler, but whatever.
I think you should just
he should be in there.
I think you should just have the base model for every OG trainer.
I think that'd be good too. When you say OG trainer, what do you mean?
Like the base model for Gen 1 is red, but do a male and female base trainer for Gen 1 and Gen 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the Hisuian ones.
Okay, so all of the gens. Cool.
But the other thing I thought of was you could unlock even a skin with the Deoxys unlock where you could have red, or you could have blue, or you could have green, which is also fucking rad. Because if you could play as green, that'd be absurd.
I mean, we get to decide that. I'm going to say fact. You can play as green. You can only play as green. All the other skins are just gone.
Look up green from the manga.
Okay. Pokemon Adventures manga green. Boom.
So
Boom.
that is her.
Check that out.
That's her in her base model. That's not what I want. That's going to be included because it is. Pink dress.
You want black dress?
Yes. Because she is a genius little thief and she's a badass, and I fucking love green.
Fun. She also kind of reminds me of what's her name? Pauline.
A little bit
from Mario. In her dress form. It's just a woman in a dress. I'm realizing how stupid I sound now, but I already said it, so I'm not taking it back.
But I love Green's ingenuity in the manga series, where she'll use Blastoise's cannons as a jetpack to get away
I
from.
believe you mean Blasty.
Yeah, Blasty, her Blastoise, and she'll use the cannons as a jetpack to get away from shit.
How do we feel about her having a Pokemon named Diddy?
Yeah. To be fair,
Yeah,
I will say
good.
this. Almost all of the OG Adventures gang names for their Pokemon are like half the Pokemon's name E.
What about Riri?
Interesting choice. What you see was like Cleffy,
Diddy.
Diddy, Blasty. Like, it's just like half of what it is.
Well, specifically, Diddy just did some bad shit.
Yeah. God, it's such beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, we should put her in. She seems awesome. She seems cool as hell.
Yeah. Green, yellow, they're so
This almost
cool.
feels like a Bond.
A little bit.
Like a Bond character or something.
She brings a very, very necessary edge, but still has a cutesy nature to her to keep the tone. That's why I really appreciate the artwork. It's a very simple design, and it's all based off based off of one Sugimori art piece that it was a throwaway piece that he made.
I need clarification.
So Ken Sugimori,
is she wearing wristbands, or is she wearing Sonic gloves?
gloves, I believe.
Oh, holy shit.
It's kind of dumb, but
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, you're right. She's got Sonic gloves on. No, I like it. She's like a little Mickey Mouse or something.
But
I would like to say the names that she has in all the different languages.
Go for it.
Japanese blue. I'm not going to say the language anymore. Green. Verde. Olga. Grün. Green. Verde. Blue. Verde, blue. Xiaolan. Xiulan. Blue and blue. Mm-hmm. So she is blue.
Well, see, that's the problem, is the localizations. Remember, it starts with fire green.
That's crazy.
Or fire red and leaf. It starts with red and green in Japan. So what we know as blue is green. So she's blue in Japan.
But also, like, in Japan, was there a girl version?
No. So that's the other cool part that I love about Green. Green only officially becomes Pokemon canon, like specifically that character, in the Let's Go games.
Mm-hmm.
Because her base model
in
the manga eventually changes to what the female base model is in Leaf Green and Fire Red. But Green, the actual character, does not appear until Let's Go. But what I was saying about the throwaway art is to make sure all three Pokemon were represented and the trio, Sugimori drew a piece for a magazine, I believe, and it has red, it has blue, and then it has the back face of Green in just a black dress.
Of green.
Like, they're like, oh, well, we wanted a girl on the magazine cover or for the magazine artwork, so we did that piece. But I guarantee if you look up Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green characters, you can probably find that piece. Sugimori.
Who's the artist?
Sugimori.
That makes more sense.
Sugimori. Sugimori.
Sugimori.
But he's got all three trainers in a triangle, essentially. And it's from like above. It's a very cool piece. Oh, there it is. It was right on the top row. If you go back.
Oh, if we go back, okay.
Go back one.
This one.
Yes.
Got it.
That is all of
That's fun.
Green's entire origin is just that picture.
That's kind of sick. And that became a like, hey, we should actually put a girl in this game. Okay, cool. We'll use that design.
Yep. And that's what I've always.
That's sick.
I adore that approach, and I think it's so cool. Which is why I will fight every day of my life to tell people Green is fucking rad. Yellow is also cool. I adore Yellow. She's great as well. But if we're picking one, Green's my girl.
Pokemon trainer. There's a Pokemon trainer named Yellow.
Yes, she's really fun.
Oh, she's also got the Raiden hat.
And then there's Crystal, who's also great. Gold and Silver are
Oh,
all
she's like a
really
little
fun.
baby here.
Yeah, the OG artwork shows her to be very, very. They keep them kids in the manga, but she's got a Rattata. She's got
Ret,
a Dodrio.
Ready, Daddy, Gravy, Omni, Kitty, Choo Choo. My mom used to have a cat named Choo Choo. Rest in peace, Choo Choo. Seadra, Pika, Slowpoke, and Mewtwo. How do you borrow Mewtwo? You can't just borrow Mewtwo. Mewtwo has sentience.
So it's a whole thing in the manga. I can't wait to eventually talk about the manga. It's gonna be really fun. Not that I didn't already talk about the manga for a long time, but those are all different character models that you could unlock in our game, and it'd be really fucking cool.
I can say.
All I'm saying.
I think so too. I like it. I like it. I like the idea that like all the characters are kind of taken from the manga stuff too, just to kind of give illusions to like, hey, there's Pokemon outside of the world of Pokemon video games. You guys know. I know y'all heard of this anime. I know y'all heard of this Pokemon rap, but you know they do drawings too.
Well, I also love the idea of it's our game.
Hoodie.
It's our game, even though I like to keep them separate. We should probably have an Ash model available. Just saying. But on top of that,
I don't know who that is.
I would love to give, for fun little nods to Nintendo characters, what if we did in unlockable Mii costumes, you got like Misty's outfit, or Brock's outfit, or Koga's outfit, whatever the case may be, Lieutenant Surge, but you could just, it's your Mii, but you know, oh shit, I got Brock stuff, this is fun. Or, oh, I got Misty's outfit, this is fun. Just so you can have a little bit more fun with your Miis as unlockable little things that aren't full-on Mii fighters, which would be really fun and really enjoyable.
I think I dig that idea. Yeah. So I'm doing one last pass over all of my open tabs to see if there's any other things to call out, which is, what if slacking? What if slacking?
Really?
What if just a big gorilla?
I really did think about slacking. Really did.
I want to see slacking fight Donkey Kong.
My issue with slacking is, part of the beauty of slacking is the character work of it going into rest. And I thought that'd be far more of a hindrance to a player than it would be fun to play as.
I think there's a way to do it, but I don't disagree either.
And the rest I didn't.
I'm also going to just call out Altaria. Ah, man, look at Mega Altaria.
Altaria is
so
a
puffy.
cool.
She's
Altaria is a
puffy.
very cool Pokemon. Christy would be in love if we put Altaria in the game as well. However,
and deservedly so.
Again, I liked the Deoxys pick a little bit more. I thought I gave more variability as a Gen 3er.
I think you're right about that.
The only thing I saw with Gen 3 was the issues I had with Gen 3 was the Pokemon designs are great. I'm not criticizing the designs themselves, but transporting these characters into Smash Bros, to me, it's your starter trio, and kind of Deoxys is it. In terms of very relatable, instantly transferable. And when you try to go outside the box, you get a little too one note. And I didn't want to go as one note with a final specialty one. Where all the other Pokemon I picked were very much based in sort of a fighter class. How do you get to that fighter class? So that's why I went with those.
Yeah, I think let's be clear. I think your choices are good. It's more of a like, hey, let's flesh out the ideas here. How do we feel about it? And I think what you landed on is great.
Plus, then when we eventually do a DLC episode, we can talk about more Pokemon, and it's going to be fun.
I like that idea a lot.
Now, we're already gone over an hour and a half.
That's what I was about to call out too.
Do we even want to touch the other two characters? Or are we good just saving these two?
I think this is a part 1 of 2 We've covered our first 2 characters. Next time we will cover the remaining 3 or 4.
It's really 2, but we could talk about 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever you want to do.
But for now, we will keep that secret available to us. Ooh.
And the closing of your closing of your thumbnails definitely didn't give away one of them.
Definitely did not give away 2 of them, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And just worry
Let's
about
see
Pokemon
how attentive
Trainer
your audience is. Yeah, this guy. We love this guy. I can't believe they put him in the game.
It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. I also think, as a side little note, it'd be a really fun nod to put some of the basic trainer classes in as trainer models.
The Joey Shorts kid or whatever?
Yeah, like youngster, hiker, camper, lass, all those classics. Just fucking have some fun with that shit. Fire breather, super cool. Kindler, super cool.
Put them in the classic mode as skins so that when you are playing as Pokemon Trainer in classic mode, the fight that you're having is against different Pokemon trainers.
You could do that too.
So you fight a youngster, you fight a lass, you fight a Kung Fu man, whatever all the names are of those trainer types.
But it's just fun. Little nods to have as playable options. This, like you said a lot of times, this is our game that we're trying to make the best game ever. Have as many nods, as many cool nods to things that the players already love. Give it to them.
And I think you are the right person for that job because you love you some Pokemon.
I adore.
I think you are doing a good job representing the Pokemon franchise in this game.
I'm always trying to make sure we do that and we do that properly because it's gorgeous and we love it.
It's important. It's good as hell.
It's good as hell. That's a great way to say it.
It's good as hell.
So now we're up to 42 characters we've chosen 42. We're up from 40. Plus we have all the newcomers that we picked in 2-part episodes. Was that a 3 or is that a 3-parter?
That might have been a 3-parter.
That may have been a 3-parter because we had a lot of fun disagreeing about the Gaping Dragon.
Oh yeah.
And Leisure Suit Larry.
We landed on, I think history will remember me kindly.
Oh, because of Leisure Suit Larry?
I think history will remember me kindly and all of my arguments made during that.
And Glover?
Oh yeah. Oh, Glover's so good.
You haven't even played Glover. It's just so
Oh.
Have you downloaded Glover yet?
Ooh.
Have you downloaded
absolutely
Glover?
not.
Why not?
No. Why would I do that?
You're the one who said you wanted to play it.
I would 100% believe. I would 100% believe that, like, if I play Glover, it is not going to live up to that childlike memory of what I imagined Glover could be.
No shit.
I think there's only detriment to happen from me ruining the childlike joy and the glee of, like, ooh, a game that could exist. Like, it is only possible for me to be disappointed. Why would I spend my time doing that? Absolutely not. I have not played Glover. Nor do I plan to. For the preservation of my youth, sir. Disrespectful.
Now, only so that people can see your face a little bit better, can you stop sharing your screen quick? Because they need to see your face.
Go ahead and do that. Goodbye. And we back. Are you seeing my face?
We're seeing your face.
Am I present? Am I visible?
Yes, because unfortunately the way I had you blocked off, originally you were in the middle on the Discord thing, and then it shifted your little screen to the right. It was a whole fucking thing. But
I was all little.
So half the time people probably didn't even see your face. They just saw my face looking at your face. So I'm sure it's going to be a really good camera angle for them.
I assume that the audience wants to see your face more regardless because you're a handsome man, Evan.
I appreciate that. And while that's absolutely true, you're part of the flavor of the episode. People want to see your face.
But you are still the second most handsome brother in the Davies family.
Oh, now who's taking shots?
I'm taking some few shots. If you can do the what did you say? My younger brother. I gotta take some shots. I gotta shout out for him. I gotta support him.
My younger brother and my shitty best friend. Um,
Yeah. Oh, we haven't commented on. I wore my Kirby shirt today because we're doing Smash Brothers.
what in the godforsaken fuck are you wearing?
Do you like my Kirby shirt for Smash Brothers? Because I'm a Smash Brothers fan.
Oh my god.
See, happy Smash Brothers.
I mean, here's the thing. The concept,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh yeah.
However, does it hurt my feelings? Yes.
Why does that hurt your feelings? You love feet.
So, important context. Not the way you just tried to insinuate it.
I don't see anything wrong with the way that I said it. Go ahead.
Oh, naturally, of course you don't. But yeah, there's something off-putting about Kirby having toes.
So I feel like if I had one conflict with this, is I don't think he would only have 5 toes. I feel like he should have more,
Huh.
like per foot.
So how many toes per foot are we talking here?
I'm thinking about that. So do you think that when Kirby eats a monster, it also changes his feet inside of the shoes?
Ooh, good
Like,
question.
will he have the feet of whoever he eated? If he eats a foot, will he become a foot, or will his feet become other foot?
I think he becomes a foot.
Would his foot body also have feet?
I think so.
Where do the shoes go?
I think he gets one on the top of his head.
You know, now that we're saying it, I do like the idea conceptually of a foot that has feet. Like, it's a giant foot, but it doesn't walk. Like, it doesn't walk as a foot, it walks with its little feet that are underneath it.
This is so fucking stupid.
You've convinced me. You've convinced me.
So stupid.
I'm glad we were able to share my shirt before
glad,
the end.
I'm glad we solved the internet's problems. Really glad.
Yeah, I know people were wondering about this, so I'm also glad. I think we're joint glad together right now.
Oh, obvious.
We're gladding it up.
Obviously. Oh God. It's been fun thinking about feet on feet on feet.
It's been.
It's been.
It's been.
I really love getting to show the internet late night Evan and Angie. Just they've already lost their minds. They're already way off track. And it's just where does this friendship go?
It's a fun time. You know what? I'm glad that we're friends, man.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're friends. And now we're gonna be back in the same state.
Hell yeah.
And I
but also move to Milwaukee.
I would love to be in Milwaukee. That'd be great. It is the town of my birth, so it's pretty cool.
I guess you're gonna have to divorce your wife then.
Nah, I don't really want to do that because she's kind of great and she's kind of awesome and she's definitely not my meal ticket.
She's definitely behind you right now.
She is not.
I get it. It's cool. She's not. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's not. That's crazy because my wife's behind me right now.
Amy Rose, you're married to a 9-year-old pink hedgehog in your own words from a last episode.
Hey, let's be very clear. In whatever world Amy Rose comes from, hedgehogs age differently, okay? She's incredibly mature for her age. It's like dog years. She was like 9 years old, but it's 9 human years, but like that's like 18 hedgehog years. Because every year is 2 years. Trust me, I've done the math on this.
I'm so sorry I never got you guys a wedding gift. My apologies.
It's really fucked up that you didn't do that.
You're right.
You have no idea how expensive that ring was because the ring was gigantic.
Well, it also transported him to a whole different dimension, so, you know.
Yeah, it was crazy because I put the ring on her and then someone punched her and it flew away. And now we have to find a new ring.
Yeah, she got hit.
That was a stupid joke. I'm sorry.
You know what? The internet needed it because I also needed it because it was just so stupid and low hanging fruit, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Dr. Eggman, my contractual obligation, Dr. Eggman came and punched her,
Dr. Eggman, he
and
did.
the ring
And
fell.
it was a big conflict in our relationship because you know, how you have your fight or flight reaction. I froze. I watched Dr. Eggman come up and punch my wife in the face, and I did nothing. And it's completely changed the way that she looks at me. And that's something we're currently working on through therapy, but it's going to be okay. We're going to figure it out.
So stupid. Oh God! All right, let's do a promo read and get the fuck out of here.
Bro, you already did 12 promo reads.
Only for one show, though, brother. Only for one show. If you want to,
you're an expert at this point.
If you want to support us, you know, if you want to support us, which would be really really cool if you did, because we need it. Also, we need money for that therapy bill, frankly, because Angie needs to afford
call
therapy.
This out quick. As I fade backwards, you can see Boo Boo fade into my background too.
Which is interesting because when you fade backwards, we just lose your screen.
Oh wait, really? Am I gone?
Oh, if I take my cursor off of you, now you don't show up. That's really fun. That's really interesting. I've learned a new hack. But we see Boo Boo. Hi, Boo Boo. We see Boo Boo.
Hi, Boo Boo. Hi, Boo Boo. You got dirty ears. You're cleaning them. You're cleaning your filthy ears because you got stink stuff in it. Nasty little girl.
If you want to make money to help Boo Boo and Angelo's therapy with his lovely wife, Amy Rose, you gotta go to our Etsy shop and you gotta buy some merch, guys. You gotta do it.
Let's be very clear. None of this money goes to me.
What are you talking about?
None of this money goes to me if there is anyone in the audience who's like, oh, I want to support Boo Boo. Buying Evan's stuff is not the way to support Boo Boo.
What are you talking about?
That is the way to support Evan. And we love that. We love Evan. We want to support Evan. Evan has his own cats that aren't dirty-eared little brats hanging out in the background, but they need love too. They also need treats and I don't know, medicine probably. Eventually animals need medicine. So support his animals through his Etsy shop. Etsy.com/ some fucking URL that I don't remember.
If you want to go over to Etsy.com.
ptecreative.etsy.com.
There you go. Ooh. You learned it. You finally learned it, my friend. ptecreative.etsy.com. You can go see some awesome, cool merch that we have, and we got new merch coming soon. But we've got Pokemon mystery packs. We've got shirts. We got t-shirts. We got hoodies. We got stickers. We got hats. We got a new Johto shirt and design out. That's really, really cool. You can still be stressy and depressy like a Psyduck. You can still be a Power Ranger fan. You can still be a Pokemon fan anytime with a bug catcher or a legendary bird sticker. You can love the national parks with the Yosemite sticker or the trail is home. All kinds of fun merch is all here over at ptecreative.etsy.com. Go check it out, my friends, and get yourself some cool merch and support the therapy for Angelo and Amy Rose, and Boo Boo needs it too. Go do that.
I have a quick question.
I have a quick answer.
I have a quick question about your Etsy shop.
Sure.
I'm looking at it, and for some reason, I just can't seem to find the Hawaii sticker.
Remember,
I've looked through all the items you have listed, but it just doesn't seem like the Hawaii sticker's there. It's weird.
Well, remember, we cleared this up last time. It's exclusive. You're the only person that can ever have it ever again.
But what if I need to buy a second one?
Then I'll relist it for you.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I think I need to buy a second one.
What happened to the first one? I thought I had to sign that when I saw you.
Yeah, you can still sign it, but what if I only have one laptop and I have other things I need to put stickers on? Oh, I have a guitar. That guitar needs a sticker. What if I had a cool Hawaii sticker to put on that guitar?
Fair.
See, you need to support all of my endeavors.
I will always support your endeavors, especially musically, because we need jingles and intros to the podcast.
We're gonna find out if you do support my endeavors on our next episode, where we look at your shop again and we see if this Hawaii sticker is up and available or not.
But if you want to support us monetarily,
to the fire, motherfucker.
All right, let's try it. Well, you know, if the people want that, the people need to speak up, and they need to go buy stuff from ptecreative.etsy.com.
Am I the people? I'm trying to buy it. You won't list it for me.
Do you need me to
I'm
relist it right now?
people.
I will relist it right now. It'll cost me 20 cents, but I'll do it.
Will it cost you 20 cents?
Yeah.
If you relisted it and I didn't actually buy it, how upset are you gonna be?
Not.
Will I owe you 20 cents?
No.
Because I don't like being in debt. Okay, cool. I think, yeah, fuck it, relist it. What do I care?
You fucking shithead. Such a piece of trash. And you know what? Out of spite, I am on Etsy right now, going to my expired listings. Here we go. Where the fuck is that goddamn Hawaii sticker?
I thought you were gonna leave me like a bad Etsy review.
No. Why would I do that?
This guy, he bought something for me and then he's been harassing me for months on end. I'm gonna quickly read my review of the Hawaii sticker, which is love it, big, beautiful, and reminds me of my favorite vacation. And to be very clear, I have never gone to Hawaii.
I did notice that comment. And I was just like, creative, nice. I like it. If you could, please refresh the page. I want to see if that listing comes up for you
State
immediately.
sticker. So, what size is the best choice? We got a 2x2, a 3x3, a 4x4, and a 6x6.
Well,
Are these the only sizes available, or could you get me like a 24x24?
I'd have to do a whole different item listing for that one. Unfortunately,
Does it show you if someone adds to their cart?
I don't know. It shows me if someone. It tells me if someone favorites the item, but it doesn't show me like what's in their cart. Actually, maybe it does.
Because I
I can
currently
remind them.
have-
I can send a reminder email that if someone has one of my items in their cart just sitting there, you can send them a reminder message and give them 10% off.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep this in my cart because I currently have $5,491 worth of stickers in my cart, and I would like
Why?
to see what Etsy tells you about that.
Why do you have that many?
Because for some reason this page is set up so that I can add 998 quantity of sticker.
Oh, yes, that's true. You can do that.
So I could theoretically buy 998 of these stickers for $3,493, but also $1,998 worth of shipping.
Yeah. It's real
'Cause
bullshit.
that's what really gets you.
It's real bullshit.
That's what really gets you.
And that's why I'm getting a new printer so I can get the stickers printed for a cheaper rate. And I can just take care of it myself.
Are you gonna print your own stickers?
I'm going to try to.
Hell yeah, brother! I'm excited to see that.
Also, I'll make an announcement right here, right now. I will hopefully in the next couple months be joining the con circuit with some merch. I try to do some local cons.
Ooh, hell yeah!
Bring some
That's gonna be
Pokemon
awesome.
merch on the road. Bring some new designs on the road. I got a Yu-Gi-Oh design that's pretty close to completion. That one's coming soon.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. I'm gonna try to do a little.
I have another Evan in my life, and Evan. I guess I shouldn't say his last name. I don't know if he would be comfortable with that. But he was just messaging today about how he is going to be presenting, like doing a farmer's market.
Oh, cool.
Where he sells his wood burnings.
Ooh,
and
fun.
Yeah, which is like super duper cool, and he does like a lot of horror themed wood burning stuff.
Oh, sweet.
But specifically, when you are back in the state and in the zone, if he's in that zone, then maybe there's good opportunities for like, hey, connect me to the people where I could sell stuff too.
That'd be cool.
And that could be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. That could be fun. Could be fun. Could be fun.
Could be fun. Could be fun.
But this has been wonderful. It's fun. And do you want to do your usual love you, buddy?
You don't. That's not part of my bit. That is an organic feeling that I have for you every time that we record.
That's true.
And I don't know. I don't want to just say that that's how I feel about you unless it's like how I organically feel about you.
That's true. Also, do you want to know how you probably would feel the most love? Like,
how would I probably feel the most love?
So it's you'd probably.
I think I actually know the answer.
Could I take a guess?
You take your guess first. Yeah.
So I think it's probably by scrolling through the other content on the PT Creative socials and channels, where Monday through Saturday now, weekly, there's new content for you, which is pretty cool and just reminds you of your friends so much.
So that's pretty cool. But what I was going to say was I think I would feel the most love if you were to just send me this $5,527 worth of stickers for free. Because if you did that, I would feel incredibly appreciated to have that many Hawaii stickers to do whatever I want with.
Do you want me
I could redecorate my bathroom. Go ahead.
I think I know what you're going to get for Christmas this year. I'm going to do one big original Hawaii home piece for you and sign it and everything for you.
So I like that idea a lot, but can you do 999 of them?
We can talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Hey,
and as you hang it, you can watch all the content that comes out Monday through Friday, including 3 podcasts: the ONETA Show, the ONETA Football Show, and the ONETA Movie Show. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. And you got all kinds of all cool new content all the time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Some of it's Pokemon related. Even more. Some of it's not.
All
but
of
that's
this
okay.
thanks to PD Creative.
All this especially comes from PTE Creative, which is why if you did like this video, you should like it, comment, subscribe. If you are on Spotify and you are listening, which we really appreciate, please follow the show. A, that helps a lot. And B, review the show because that helps us learn and grow and become better for you, the good people of the internet.
So I have 2 things before we head off. One is a question.
Okay.
Which is, how cool would a plate have to be for you to be willing to spend $36 on it?
On a plate?
On a plate.
Relatively cool.
I'm going to put a picture in our chat of this plate, and I need you to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Is it the new Pokemon La Crusade set?
It is not.
Ooh.
Is this a $36 plate?
It's a 36-cent plate.
Okay. I understand. I'm appropriately interpreting what you're saying. The other thing I wanted to say is my number 2 was I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
It was fun. It was fun doing this podcast with you.
Yes, it was. It was very, 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 very enjoyable. And not at all off the rails and disorganized whatsoever. And that's why I love
That's not canon. I've never done that, and I would never do that.
No, it's out of character for you.
It's incredibly out of character.
Incredibly out of character. But that is going to do it here for us, folks. All the best to Angelo and Amy Rose in their couples therapy, we hope. Nothing but the best happens for you. Peace, love, and hugs to everybody on the internet. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.